Hey there, I'm glad to have you back. I hope we still remember that the government is responsible for providing goods and services to the public. These goods and services provided by the government include the building of schools, constructing of roads, payment of government staff salaries, and so on. All these would be possible with money. For the government, this money is known as government revenue. This lesson will give an in-depth view of the definition and types of government revenue, which are the capital receipt and the recurrent revenue. But first, what is the term government revenue? Now, government revenue can be defined as money received by a government from taxes and non-taxes sources to enable it to undertake government expenditures. As you know, there are two types of government revenue, which are capital receipt and recurrent revenue. To simply understand the capital receipt and recurrent revenue, let's look at Akiki, who was given the sum of 200,000 naira for his school fees, and on the same day, he was given 1,000 naira to pay for the lunch that he'd have during the week. He has received two types of revenue, right? Great. Now, the sum of 200,000 naira is quite large compared to 1,000 naira. Also, the 2,000 naira is sum tied to a once-in-a-term project, which is his school fees. This here is a capital receipt. It is a large sum and it is for a once-in-a-term project. A capital receipt is a revenue that is given to the government from local or foreign sources for the purpose of a certain project. Examples of these capital receipts are loans and grants from local and foreign sources. On the other hand, the sum of 1,000 naira is really small when compared to the 200,000 naira. Since it is for his feeding, it would be given to Akiki daily, which means it is recurrent. This explains recurrent revenues. The recurrent revenue is the amount collected by the government from the regular sources of revenue. It can be seen as the day-to-day revenue expected by the government in a particular year. Examples of recurrent revenue are taxes, rent on government property, and so on. These different types of revenue are combined to undertake government expenditures in a country. Now, alright, here's your take home from this lesson. Government revenue can be defined as money received by government from taxes and non-taxes sources to enable it to undertake government expenditures. There are two types of government revenue. They are capital receipts and recurrent revenue. A capital receipt is a revenue that is given to the government from local or foreign sources for the purpose of a certain project, while recurrent revenue is the day-to-day revenue expected by the government in a particular year. We have come to the end of this lesson. Keep on learning. Bye-bye.